chakras. We did one recently, which was going through all the chakras, and today we're doing the root chakra.
Yes, starting at muladhara chakra. The colour of the muladhara chakra is red. I'm wearing as near to red as I could get it, and we'll explore that now.
And what are we going to get from this?
Okay, so the root chakra is about taking your place in the world, how you feel standing on your feet, how grounded you feel. So it's all about the feet and the legs. So it's moving through life feeling really connected to the earth. So you've got the stability and the base to then flourish and do whatever you want to do.
So you're going to have strong legs at the end of this one, and you're going to feel mentally strong and grounded.
Yeah,
okay.
And you're going to really
all right,
exploring your feet. But we're going to start lying down. We're going to take our feet, hands and feet in the air, and give them a shake. Waking them up. Circle ankles and wrists. Circle ankles and wrists. Sorry, I've just got to get my clock out so we don't overrun.
Still shaking our hands.
Thank you. And actually, lie down, soles of feet together, knees apart, and take your hands. We're just going to feel what a chakra feels like. Take the hands, make fists, and then spread the fingers, clench, spread, clench, spread, clench, like that. Actually, we can do that sitting up. Spread, clench. So there are minor chakras in the hands. So chakra means wheel, and it's a vortex of spinning energy at key points throughout the body. And the base of the spine, the muladhara root chakra, is what we're exploring today. But just to feel what energizing a chakra feels like, we're just going to energize the ones in the hands. So really feeling the hands switching on. And then draw the hands towards each other, elbows bent, and then feel this kind of ball of energy between the hands as you bring the palms closer to each other. It's almost like you've got a magnetic field there. So in activating chakras, we're bringing energy and awareness into the physical part of the body, but also the kind of emotional aspects that they represent. You might even feel a spinning there. Does it feel like you've got something between your hands?
I always feel it.
Yeah, you could even just do this to rub the palms, and then feel like that kind of pulsing, spinning. So sometimes chakras can be deficient, they haven't got enough energy, sometimes they can have too much. So this is all about bringing your chakras into balance, so we can bring the whole body and mind into balance. Okay, so the root chakra, muladhara chakra, the colour is red, and it's all about our connection with the floor. So it's very much a kind of downward energy. And if you think of gravity, so gravity's got this very kind of it's like an energy that sucks your feet to the earth. And there's the animal associated with the muladhara chakra is the elephant, because it's very kind of steady and heavy and connected with these very flat, big feet to the earth. So another way you can activate your chakras, if you wanted to work on a specific chakra, so root chakra is all to do with basic survival, having everything you need, having a roof over your head, eating, sleeping, all the basic things that all kind of living beings need to do. You could bring more red into your life, just as a reminder, okay, today I need to feel grounded, so you wear something red. Or if you're having a moment where you're too much in your head, you could look for 5 red things in the room and just go, okay, red, it's okay, it's red, 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 red. So to connect with muladhara chakra, we are going to activate the legs. Lying down on your back, get your belt, place it around the ball of the right foot, stretch the left leg out. We're going to keep the leg bent for this one. Relax your shoulders. Now, push the belt into the foot into the belt and pull the belt towards you. So you're feeling that resistance. You're pushing something, pushing away, but also pulling towards you. So your knees a little bit more bent than that. So really push-pull, push-pull. So your leg starts to really switch on. You can feel the muscles in your legs. The other leg is pressing down and release. And then once more, push-pull. Push, 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 push. Your knees going closer to your armpit. Relax. And then last one, push-pull. And then straighten the leg, open out the back of the knee, and take the chin to the shin. Start to breathe more deeply through the nose. Release the head down, take the belt out to the side, take left hand on left thigh to stabilize, look over right shoulder. Pushing out through both legs. Take a deep breath in, long slow breath out. Inhale, bring the belt up, scooch hips to the right, and then drop it over. Ooh. Looking over towards the right. Push through the inner edges of the feet. You can really feel the connection of the feet to the legs, to the pelvic floor where this red spinning vortex of energy is at the pelvic floor. Muladhara chakra. Element is earth. So it's like your two legs are, when we stand up, coming all the way up and release. They're like a 2-pin plug, plugging yourself into the energy of the earth. Other side. Relax your shoulders. Bend your knee, push and pull. And go soft. Push and pull a bit more. And really switching on that leg. Push, 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 pull, push, pull, push, pull. The knee goes towards the armpit. And then release. And push, pull. One leg is maybe shaking. You can really feel it working. And then coming up, chin to shin. Feel how the leg's connected to the core. Push both feet away. And then take it out to the side. Right hand on right thigh. Take a deep breath in, push your inner edges of feet. And a long, slow breath out. Inhale, coming all the way up. Scooch hips left. Whoops, drop it over. Rolling the left hip down, squeezing your butt cheeks together. And then come back to center. And then exhale, release. A pose called Apanasana now. Let's do it and then I'll explain why. I'll hug the knee into the armpit. Okay, so in yoga we have these 5 winds, they're called, 5 prana vayus. And it was the way the yogis explained things that were going on in the body before they had kind of anatomy and medicine and stuff. And there are 2 main energies, or pranas. One that lifts up, so to do with inhaling, inspiration, and the other one that's kind of based below the navel and down to do with elimination. That's called Apana Vayu. So Prana Vayu goes up, Apana Vayu goes down. So here in Apanasana, we're connecting with the Apana Vayu, the downward energy, and this is to do with elimination. So your body needs this downward energy to eliminate. So this pose is your constipation pose, helping you with elimination, connecting to the downward energy. Switch sides, Apanasana, second side. Have the knee into the armpit. Take a deep breath into where you feel it. And a long slow breath out. Here on the left side, we're stimulating the descending colon with the knee towards the armpit. And then stretch it out. Rolling it over onto the front of your body. I'm going to go this way, just on the other phone. So we've done mostly the fronts of the legs. Now we're going to do the backs of the legs in a cobra variation. Hands alongside the body. Forehead presses down. Pubic bone presses into the mat. And then just lift the right leg off, press the left leg down like crazy, like you're trying to make a dent in the floor. Press the hands down. So strengthening the back of the leg, switching it on. Lift it a little higher. Keep the pubic bone pressing down. 3, 2, 1, and switch sides. Press right leg down, lift left. Press the pubic bone down if you can. Switching the back of the leg on. One more each side. Right leg lifts. Press left leg down. And switch. So there's also this concept to do with muladhara chakra of rooting to rise. The more you press down, the more lift you can get. So we're using the pushing into the earth to get that almost like the bounce back energy from the earth to help us lift. Okay, coming down. Okay, take the hands alongside the center of the chest. Cobra, lift the head, chest and legs. Switching the whole of the back body on, really feeling the legs here. Lift the heart more, squeeze the elbows in. And take the head down, make a pillow with your hands, rock hips side to side. Hands in line with the center of the chest. And then lift your hips, downward facing dog. Feeling gravity, so the downward flowing energy, the apana vayu. Lengthening the neck. Nod your head yes. Shake it no. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Flutter your lips. Feel the gravitational pull of the earth on your head. Feeling like you're being magnetized in the floor through hands and feet. Downward flowing energy. And then walk to the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart, grab opposite elbows and hang. Ragdoll. And just have a look at your feet. Lift your toes up and spread them. Press all 5 toes into the floor. Press the inner heel down, the outer heel down. So we want to use the fullness of that foot. Heel is one of the strongest bones in the body. It keeps us upright. Using all 4 corners of the feet. Most of us tend to one side of the foot or the other, so rolling out or rolling in. And if you turn over the bottom of your shoes, you can see how you've worn your shoes and whether you've got any imbalances in your feet that you maybe need to have a little look at. Okay, take the hands to the hips, rolling all the way up. And then bend the knees, feel the weight in the heels. So we're now going to push down into the earth. We're really going to feel that push. So roll the shoulders up, down and back, and then push the hands down, bend the knees and push your heels into the floor. Push, push, push. Now pull the heels out to the side, like you're trying to stretch the mat between your feet. So you should feel your legs switching on quite strongly from the feet all the way up. They might even start to shake. Coming up. We're going to do the same, but saying the sound lam. So lam is the sound of the root chakra, and it's another way of bringing awareness and activating the chakra. So we're going to go inhale and then lam like that. Inhale. Lam. Pull the feet to the side. Lam. Push the heels, stand up. 2 more. Lam. Push the feet down and out. Lam. 1 more. Lam. Okay, so we've activated the chakra through colour, through sound, through the legs. So we're going to do our kind of normal standing sequence, but really paying attention to the connection of the feet to the earth. So it's like every pose is like a building. Standing, we're building it from the ground up, so we get the best happening all up here. Okay, big toes touch. Rocking forwards and backwards on your feet, feeling the midpoint of your feet. Lift your toes up and spread them. Lift the kneecaps up and Softly engage the muscles of the pelvic floor, bringing awareness to your root chakra with Mula Bandha, the root lock, a gentle lifting of the pelvic floor. Inhale, sweep your arms up, press palms to thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, relax your head. Inhale, look forward, shift the weight into the feet, the toes. Exhale, press your palms flat like they are feet. Step back, lower knees, belly, chest, all the way down. Inhale, low cobra, so press pubic bone down and the tops of the feet. And then chin down, push through strong arms. So your hands are spread broadly. Tuck toes, downward facing dog. Feel the Apana Vayu, the downward flowing energy on your neck. Feel the heels melting towards the mat. Now we have this concept of rooting to rise. So the more you press down with something that's on the floor, the more you get a push back from the earth, the more lift you get. It's a basic engagement of the muscles. Soften knees, look forward, inhale, top of mat, look up. Exhale, fold. Push through your heels, come all the way up, lift up in Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Exhale, hands down by your side. Another one like this, lifting up from your heels all the way through pelvic floor lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back, bend elbows halfway. So your hands are like feet here. They're spread broadly, all in contact with the floor. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Push through the hands. Breathing out. Melt the heels down. Breathing in. And breathing out. Soften your knees, look forward, inhale, top of mat, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands down by your side. We're going to go straight to chair because this is a great way of feeling the Apana Vayu, but also lifting up. So feet hip width apart for chair. Sink the weight into the heels. So really feel your weight going through the heels. So every time you do squats in your other fitness, you can really feel that connection to the earth. Okay, so now lift your arms up, take your torso upright, lift up in Mula Bandha. Feel the rooting through the feet and the lifting up on the inside. Soften your eyebrows. Can you push your feet down more to get more of a lift? 3, 2, push through the heels. 1, and set your feet together. Let's take a twist. Inhale, chair, torso upright, weight into heels. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, more weight into the heels as your bum comes down. You might even lift your toes up, spread them, feeling all 4 corners of the feet. Press your toes down. Now press the little toes down. Feel the outsides of the legs switching on. Now press the big toes down. So all toes are down now. Big toes down more. Feel the insides of the legs switching on. Inhale, chair. Exhale, other way. Inhale, lengthen. Ooh. Exhale, twist. And as you look to the side, just feel your heels. Feel your big toes. Feel your little toes. Push them down more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, heel toe feet apart. Come into a squat. Press the little toe side of the foot down, the big toe side, and then find the midpoint weight into the heels. Push your feet down and lift up in your pelvic floor. See if you can get your spine a little more upright. So we're working our way up through the chakras, which are placed along the spine to the crown of the head. Outer edge of feet presses down, inner edge. And then either downward facing dog, or crow pose. This time your hands become feet, so same principle. Knees high up on the backs of the arms. Shift the weight into the hands. Push the hands down. Rooting to rise. Squeeze your muladhara, pelvic floor, look forward. Strong connection to the earth. Very nice. And then shake your hands. Is downward facing dog uncomfortable with your blocked nose?
It's all right.
Okay. Come back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, inhale, press the left heel towards the mat. Feel your hands. And then step the foot outside the hand. And let's stay in this lunge. Opening out the inside of the front leg, looking forward. Great place to find muladhara here, lifting pelvic floor. Squeeze the knees into the midline. And then back to downward facing dog. Second side, left foot steps outside, left hand lunge. Squeeze your legs into the midline. So your muladhara chakra is all about being solid and consolidation. So it's linked to not just the legs, but the bones, the things that give your body structure. So we're building our structure from the ground up. And then back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, inhale, so another structure, triangle, right foot steps forward. We're going to go straight to triangle. So heels are in line, back heel comes down. We're really going to focus on the back leg for these standing poses. Grab the big toe on the right or slide hand up shin. Now peel the hips out to the side. Really press into that back foot. Press outer edge of back foot down. And stretch mat between heels. Take the top arm up. Press the feet down, lift the kneecaps up. And see if the more you press down, the more you can go up. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in, reach one more. Push through the heels. And breathing out. Set the hands down, step the back foot shorter and wider so the back heel is down. Turn the back foot to face the front so it's your heel is, that's it, yeah. Feet either side of the midline and fold forward, chin to shin, pyramid pose. Stretch the mat between your heels. So push the front heel forward and the back heel back. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming up halfway, step the back foot back. We're going to find warrior two. Hips out to the side. Hips face the horizon, so they're not pointing down and they're not wonky. They're horizontal, arms out to a T. Stretch the mat between your heels. Deeper bend in the front knee. Feel the inner arch of the back foot. So press the outer edge of back foot down more. Really feel your back leg here. Lift up. In muladhara, you might feel your tailbone drawing down and your pubic bone lifting. You see a red light at your pelvic floor. In, strong and steady, breathing out. Inhale, straighten front leg. We're just going to do the other side. Spin on your heels, find triangle at the back of the mat, so heels are in line. Inhale, lengthen crown of the head to back of mat. Exhale, spin the hips to the side. Stretch mat between heels. Press outer edge of back foot down. Strong back leg as you look up. Pressing your feet down and lifting your kneecaps, rooting to rise. Strong structure. Hugging the muscles to the bones. And then set your hands down. Take your stance shorter and wider so your back heel is nice and grounded. We really want to feel grounded in that back foot, folding forward, chin to shin. Pyramid pose. Stretch your mat between your heels. And then step the back foot back. We're going to find warrior two, facing the back of the mat now. Again, stretching the mat between your feet, lifting up in pelvic floor. Can you go a little bit deeper? Feel the back leg. Taking our place on the earth, strength, stability. Breathing in and out. Inhale, straighten front leg, parallel feet. Lift up kneecaps. Exhale, fall forward and down. That's it. Really pushing through the heels and lifting kneecaps. Find out when you do that, your hip bones kind of go out. The glutes and the bum cheeks go out. Coming up halfway, turn the toes out, side to side lunges. Making figure eights on its side. And in terms of evolution, the muladhara chakra is kind of the reptilian part of us. It's the bit that's close to the ground, so feeling kind of quite serpent-like here. And then walk the hands around to the front of the mat. Drop the back knee, draw the toe towards the face, send the hips back, chin to shin. Feel the back of the leg. If you want to slide the feet out, do. If you want to stay in the half Hanuman. Definitely feeling our legs in this one. Going to where you feel something good, so not where you feel like something's kind of going to snap in half, just to where it feels juicy. And then switch sides. Optional, straightening the back leg a bit more if you want. Nice. And then back to downward facing dog, walk to the back of the mat and hang. If you want to take your ragdoll against the wall with your upper back pressing against the wall, go for it. Lift the kneecaps. Feel your feet. And as you actively press the feet down, feel how that energizes the legs and gives you more stability in your structure. Breathe in red. Breathe out red. Take your hands to your hips, slowly coming all the way up. Activating the toes, now coming onto the tiptoes and squeeze the legs in towards each other, lift up in pelvic floor. Maybe your arms come up and your ribs go down. Really strong, active legs. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Oh, I've got cramp. Walk on tiptoe to the top of the mat. Set your hands down. Tree pose. So that's our very classic muladhara chakra pose, because it's about our connection to nature, connection to the earth. Shift the weight into the left leg. Firm up the left leg. So really feel like this is the root of your, or the trunk, and the foot is the root. Pushing down into the earth. Pick up the knee. Set the heel on the calf or above the knee. Really pushing those roots down into the floor and feel the lift in the kneecap. You can go down a level if you are wobbling. And from there, take a big breath in through the foot, all the way up the leg, through to the crown of the head. And a long, slow breath out all the way down. Feeling all your bones and muscles hugging to the bones. You might even be pressing the palms together more strongly. Feeling everything connected to the center and the earth. And then switch sides. Pick up the knee. Your choice, you can take a low tree or a high tree. Press the palms strongly into the midline and the foot into the floor. Breathing in all the way through the sole of the foot, all the way up the leg, the kneecap, pelvic floor, all the way through to the crown of the head, and all the way down. Breathe up from the earth to the sky. Strong and steady. And release. Shake it out. Redistributing all the energy. And then sit down. We have got seated tree. Hug the right in, take it out to the side. Sit tall, so lifting up from Mula Bandha, lift ribs off waist, and then spin your chest towards your foot, either holding the foot with your hands or taking the belt around the ball of the foot. Inhale, press heel into inner thigh as you lengthen forward. Exhale, folding a little deeper, push the left heel away. Maybe your torso makes contact with your leg. And now come up. Okay, I've got another pose for you now. I remember last time we did this, you didn't like it, but I'm going to see if anything has changed. I think it was at least about 3 years ago. But it's really good for stimulating your pelvic floor and getting blood flow into all of that area. Okay, I'll show you and you can choose whether you want to do it. Okay, so same as we just did, it's called Janu Shasana B. You're going to sit and put your heel in your bum, and then as you come forward, it sort of slips forward into the pelvic floor, and you can feel quite a lot of stimulation going on there. It's quite intense. No.
No, I just can't do it because of my knee.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you do that one again. And everyone else, if you can, sit on your heel and feel all that kind of blood flow going into your pelvic floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fall deeper. Coming up, and then switch sides. So normal seated tree. So with seated tree, pull on whatever you can reach to lengthen forward, and then the elbows slightly go out to the side to fold a little deeper. So you're constantly breathing yourself long and then folding into the space. So you're stretching yourself with the breath. Feel this movement originating from the pelvic floor. is it the same on the other knee? If you can, wriggle your heel into your bum. No, it's not. Okay. And then roll forward. Now it wants to go into your actual bum. So that's fine. So just repeat Janushasana and see if you can lengthen a little bit more, lift the chest, and then exhale, fall deeper. If you are doing the version where you are sitting on your heel, you can really squeeze Mula Bandha. Feel how the heel is stimulating all that blood flow at your perineum, energizing your pelvic floor. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, release. Push your back of your knees. Okay. So now I'm going to stretch the front of the legs. And again, we might need to modify for knees. Let me show you what the pose is, and then we probably might need to set you on blocks, but you might be all right. So sitting between the heels. Or
I'm going to sit on some blocks.
Yeah, sit on my blocks. Yeah. So we want to lengthen the fronts of the legs. So quad stretch. How's that? Yeah, okay. Press the tops of the feet down. So we're still doing this rooting to rise. If you find both knees together a bit much, you can stretch one leg out. I'm going to because I've got cramp in that foot. Really press the top of the feet down or the foot. Virasana. And if you can, release your hands, make them into a dish with the right hand on top of the left. And if you did one leg at a time, switch sides. If you're not feeling anything doing this, because some people just naturally sit like that, now's the time to go back onto your elbows. Go till you find a stretch in your quads. All the way up. Child's pose, another really grounding pose, taking the energy of the earth. Lying down with your forehead on the floor. I'm going to give you a bolster for supported child's pose.
I'm fine, darling.
Okay. If you have a yoga bolster, it's really nice to lie down over one. So feeling the energy of the earth through the hands, through the legs, through the forehead. You might even press everything that's in contact with the floor, press it down a little bit more. Just to really feel that energetic connection. And then if you want to, come down to your hands and feet. We're going to do rabbit. Although rabbit is stimulating the crown chakra, it also has a lovely earth connection by putting your head on the floor in like a triangle shape, supported by your hands. If you practice tripod headstand or any other kind of headstand, feel free to go up. Down, go up. Eventually moving the knees a bit further towards the armpits. Feeling the earth like a magnet, which it is a magnet at the centre of the earth, drawing all those thoughts out, anything you don't need. And then back. into child's pose. Walk the hands around to the left. Take a big breath into the right lung. And then other way. Big breath into the left lung. And then rolling back to center, coming onto your back for bridge pose. The bridge pose relies a lot on the legs, the strength of the legs. This is actually called Setubandha Sarvangasana, building the bridge in shoulder stand. So knees point forward, pressing into the heels. And then interlock the fingers underneath. And now squeeze your glutes like crazy. Really push into the heels to lift the hips higher. And this time squeeze your feet towards each other. So in chair pose, we push them away. Now we're squeezing them in, creating structure, stability, lifting ourselves up from the heels, which is one of the strongest places in the body. And then come down. And then we're going to go up again with the block. You've got a block, put it under your sacrum. Can I have that one so I can do it? Coming up, rest the sacrum on the block. And let's give some room to all those pelvic organs. And now we're going to let go of Mula Bandha, the root lock. Soften your mouth and notice the connection between the mouth and the muscles at the pelvic floor. So if you relax your mouth, your perineum, your anus, it all kind of relaxes a little bit more. It's quite a useful trick if you need poo. Relax your mouth. Or if you're constipated, I should say. And you might even say Lam silently to yourself on the out breath, visualizing a red, clear spinning wheel of energy at your pelvic floor, the sound Lam. So we harness the Apana Vayu, the downward energy, which is associated with muladhara chakra, the root chakra, for anything that needs to take the energy downward. So elimination, digestion, feeling like we're on solid ground, feeling that downward flow from below the navel. Apana Vayu. While simultaneously drawing energy up from the earth through the feet. Rooting to rise and pushing down to go up. So you might just see your feet and the connection of the feet to the earth in a new way. Now you know that they're connected to muladhara chakra, your stability, your safety, your sense of having enough and being enough. So when this chakra is deficient, there's a sense of fear for your survival or lack. So you want to bring enough energy into this chakra through, you can visualize the color red, you can say the sound Lam, you can look for red things in your environment just as a kind of aid memoir. Okay, this is my root chakra, how am I feeling? Do I need to be more grounded? Do I just need to feel my feet a bit more? Press the little toes down, the big toes down, feel the heels. Feel how they're connected to the legs, how the legs are the structure, the architecture. And how muladhara chakra can help you consolidate, feel solid, so you can do all the fancy stuff, all the stuff of the higher chakras, which we'll work on week by week. And then take the block away. Anything you need to do to release your hips, maybe windshield, maybe hugging the knees. Make a big stretch and really melt into the floor, feeling the magnet of gravity sucking you in to the support beneath you, drawing down your jaw, your eyeballs, ears. Shoulders, hips, feet, hands. And when you're ready, take a big stretch, take a deeper breath. In through the feet, all the way through the crown of the head, to the hands. And then out through the feet. One more breath in. Up through the feet, to the fingertips, stretch, 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 stretch. And then out through the feet. And then rolling over onto one side. Push yourself up to seated. Crossing your legs, take your palms on your chest or in prayer. And we're going to close with a humming sound, but we're going to say lam instead of hmm. Take a deep breath in. Place your hands on your knees and maybe just feel your pelvic floor, the down chakra. See it spinning red, lovely bright shining jewels. So this chakra work is like polishing your jewels, kind of emotional anatomy and physical anatomy, so you can shine brightly and clearly in whatever you want to do. And then bowing down. Thank you. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed that, everybody. And next week we're going to do orange.
Yes,
Yes,
which
right.
is Sana chakra. So
Sana
this is to
chakra.
do with the water element, so flowing through life, all of this kind of
Blowing everything out.